Good morning. Happy Monday. I hope everybody's had a wonderful weekend. I had a very depressing weekend. I saw a lot of the Epstein file stuff come through. And it's exactly as bad as we thought it was, or worse. Our entire government appears to be compromised. And the worst thing that I heard is that the government isn't going to prosecute anybody. It's all closed. It's all done. Sorry, you just get to keep your impotent rage that our government is full of pedos and sexual deviants and murderers. I mean, assuming half the stuff that's said in there is true, I mean, it's just all bad. All bad. I strongly favor Thomas Massey's stated resolution of the issue that they all need to hang. Now, of course, I would caveat that. It would be they all need to hang publicly after a full and fair trial, where a jury of their peers gets to determine whether or not the allegations made are true. But it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Like, we're gonna attack Iran or something like that to take everybody's 10-second attention span away from all of this. You know, I guess the Pizzagate guys were vindicated. You know, maybe they had some details wrong, but in essence, I guess they were right. But here's what people aren't talking about that is really, really frustrating to me. So we know that the government was aware of this. We know that the government chose to not do anything. But we only know about the Epstein stuff. Now, Epstein was probably a Mossad agent. He was probably working in the interests of Israel. And this was probably a Israeli-run, backed, whatever, operation. Zionist, if you will. But what we don't know is everybody else playing the same or similar games. We don't know what the Chinese are doing or who they have compromised. We don't know who the Russians have compromised. We don't know who the British have compromised or the French or the Germans or anybody else. We don't know who the various elites in our system in the U.S., the heads of major corporations, are running similar honeypot kind of things. Getting dirt on attorneys, getting compromised people to run for office so they can use their extensive wealth to push them through all the cattle that vote, because Lord knows we don't have an educated electorate. And again, democracy is stupid. It's just absurd. But assuming that the government reacts to those the same way that the government reacts to what we found out in the Epstein files, none of them are going to get charged. None of them are going to get arrested or indicted or sent to trial. None of them are going to face any ramifications. And instead of even just letting the public know, the government's going to do everything in its power to hide those as well. And in the meantime, you know, we have compromised politicians making 8 figures a year on a 6-figure salary. The government hates you and wants you dead. That's my take on Epstein. Like, I mean, was Epstein bad? Absolutely. Was everybody involved in Epstein bad? Most likely. But is Epstein the only one? Is Epstein the only one that's running these kind of scams, these kind of honeypots? Probably not. I mean, I don't know if any of you have an attention span long enough to remember the underage Chinese, probably Chinese Asian children in the not Beau Biden. What's Biden's son's name? Anyway, like, are the Chinese doing exactly the same thing? Probably. Like, here's your sign, right? And if the Israelis are doing it, if the Chinese are doing it, probably everybody's doing it. Probably everybody's doing it, because the way you get power is you buy politicians or you compromise politicians. Voting isn't in the equation. Voting is for suckers. Voting is for nobodies like you and me. It's the bread and circuses that keep us thinking that we have some say in anything when we actually don't. It's getting people to pick a team, red team, blue team, you know, team red, team blue. It's also amazing to me the number of MAGA retards that aren't up in arms over all of the references to all the bad things that Trump did in those files. Like, are you guys retarded? Like, you wanted him to drain the swamp, and then what does he do? He is the swamp. He enforces the swamp. He protects the swamp. He does everything in his power to maintain the status quo in the swamp, and you guys are still supporting him? Like, are you retarded? Are you retarded? Yes. The answer to that question is yes. If you're still supporting Donald Trump, yes, you're retarded. If you think that there's some Democrat who's going to magically save the day and bring in your socialist utopia, you're also retarded. Like, this system is going to continue limping along until Americans have finally had enough and the day of the rope starts. You know, I've said before, and I'll maintain it, there is no political solution. You're not going to vote your way out of it. You're not going to get the option to vote for candidates who will let you vote your way out of it. You've got, was that Casey Push, whatever, the car guy up in Ohio? I mean, he's talking the right talk. He's not going to get elected. If he does get elected, I mean, the guy's going to commit suicide by, 3 bullets to the back of his head. I mean, you can't say the things he's saying and not get eliminated by the system. And the system will protect itself. I mean, the purpose of power is to accrue more power. And we're effed. Like, sorry to black pill, but this system is too big, too powerful, too unstoppable, too willing to do anything to protect itself, including not eliminating pedos from its ranks. Like, I mean, if there was a line that absolutely 100% warrants not just removing someone from office, but removing them from society after a full and fair trial, obviously. It's that. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So cling to your demon rats or magatards, cling to all that bullshit. It's all stupid. It's all fake and gay. There's no political solution. The government hates you and wants you dead. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.